സർവം ബ്രഹ്മമയം സർവം ബ്രഹ്മമയം രേ 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 സർവം ബ്രഹ്മമയം. സർവം ബ്രഹ്മമയം സർവം ബ്രഹ്മമയം രേ 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 സർവം ബ്രഹ്മമയം.
Good morning. Can you hear? Audio is okay?
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Good
Audio
morning.
is clear?
Yes. I
Yeah.
can hear you.
Okay. We'll start.
Yeah.
Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Om Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutrabhashya Kritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punaha. Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnur Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Grathitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamritavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Ambatva Manusandadami Bhagavad Gite Bhavadveshinim. Namostute Vyasa Vishala Buddhe Pullarabindayata Patranetra Ena Tvaya Bharata Taila Purnaha Prajvalito Jnanamaya Pradipaha Prapanna Parijataya Totra Vetreka Parnaye Jnanamudraya Krishnaya Gita Mrta Duhe Namaha Sarvopanishado Gavo Dogdha Gopalanam Danaham Partho Vatsasudhir Bhokta Dugdham Geetamritam Mahad Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Bhishmadronatata Jayadratha Jalagam Dharanilopala Shalyagrahavati Kripena Vahani Karnena Velakula Ashwathama Vikarna Ghora Makara Duryodhana Vartini Sottirna Khalu Pandavai Nadi Kaivartaka Keshavaha Parasharyavachas Sarojamamalam Geetartha Gandhotkadam Nanakyanaka Kesaram Harikadha Sambodhana Bodhitam Loke Sajjana Shatpadairaharaha Pepiyamanam Muda Bhuyad Bharata Pankajam Kalimala Pradhamsina Shreyase मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतस्तुन्नं दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैर्गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनो यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः. Good morning and namaskaram to all. We have been discussing Srimad Bhagavad Gita. We are in the 9th chapter, Rajavidya Rajaguhya Yogam. We have completed up to verse number 21 and we started with verse number 22nd also. We just started, but we will do a little more on verse number 22nd. Ananyas-chintayanto mam ye janah paryupasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. So we just discussed the simple meaning last class. Here Bhagavan promises that yogakshemam vahamyaham. I will take care of both the worldly kshemam as well as the adhyatma, spiritual kshemam also, both. Aham vahami, I will take care. See, for that, here Bhagavan has given two steps or two methods. One is Ananya Chintanam. Okay, one is Ananya Chintanam and the second one is Paryupasanam. Ananya Chintanam and Paryupasanam. See, in this world, this body will continue its actions. The body will continue to function. Okay, when the body continues to function, that means doing karmas, etc. When the body is doing all the karmas or the body is made to function, the buddhi, the buddhi, the intellect, the buddhi to be kept away from the phalachinda. The buddhi should be kept away from the phalachinda, the result of the action, or not being anxious of the results. So again I will explain. One is the methods Bhagavan prescribed here is one is Ananya Chintanam and the second is Paryupasanam. So what is Ananya Chintanam? We are explaining. The body, when it is continues its functions, that is when it is doing its karmas, etc., the buddhi must be kept away from the thought of the result of it. That means not being anxious of the result of the actions that we do. Let it be anything. Okay, let it be anything like writing an examination or going to the office or any sort of karma that we are doing. Keep the mind, keep the intellect away from the anxiety of what will happen, etc. That anxiety. Remove it from the anxiety and fix it on Bhagavan. Okay, remove the intellect or the mind from the anxiety of the result of the actions that the body is continuing. Whatever the body is doing, it is made to function, it will function. The body will continue its actions. So when the body continuously is put into action or is doing its functions, keep the intellect away from the result of the actions, phalachinda. They should not be anxious and fix it where? In Bhagavan. Okay, at all times. Let it be any karma that we do. That is Ananya Chintanam, and that is the only Ananya Chintanam. There is no other Ananya Chintanam. should not be worried about the result of all those actions. Never get glued to the result of the actions and fix that mind, intellect in God. Keep that mind in God. So that is Bhagavan explained in the second chapter as Vyavasayatmika Buddhi Rekha. That Vyavasayatmika Buddhi. Read again the second chapter where clearly says that the practice of keeping the mind away from the anxiety of the result. Don't be anxious about what will happen, whether I will pass, whether I will fail, or something else will happen. I have started a business, now what is going to happen, whether I will be able to whether I will be able to get to I will achieve whatever I have desired. That anxiety. Remove the mind from the anxiety of the result of the actions and fix the intellect in God, in Bhagavan, in Paramatma. That is Ananya Chintanam. And the second one is Paryupasanam. What is Paryupasanam? That is, when we are functioning, all that actions that we do, when all the actions are done as a Bhagavad Aradhana, Bhagavad Puja, as a Bhagavad Puja. So, Brahmarpanam, Brahmahavar, Brahmagnau, Brahmana Hutam, Brahmaiva Tena Gantavyam, Brahma Karma Samadhina. So, all that, whatever actions that we do, let it be cooking, or let it be going to the office, or let it be a puja that we do at home, or going to temples and do some namaskaram or some other rituals that we do, any actions, any, right from the moment we get up and then wash our teeth, wash our face, having coffee, tea, any of these actions, when everything is done as Bhagavad Aradhana, Bhagavad Arpanam. Who is this? Where is this Bhagavan? What is this Bhagavan? Consciousness is Bhagavan. The Bodham is the Bhagavan. So this consciousness, when it manifests as everything here, right? When it manifests as everything, the rice, the water, the tea, the coffee, the milk, or the toothpaste, or the toothbrush, and the teeth, and even including breathing is to be done as a Bhagavad Arpanam, Bhagavad Aradhana, as a puja. Not only the actual puja that we do with the flowers and water and the deity, every action that we do right from the moment we open our eyes and just before we go to sleep. Then if we do that, then the sleep also will be automatically Brahmarpanam. It will be a Bhagavad Puja only. So all those actions, when it is done as an offering to God, as a Bhagavad Puja, that is Paryupasanam. So one is Ananya Chintanam, one, and the second is Paryupasanam. Paryupasanam is Karma Yogam. All karma is done as a Bhagavad Puja, as a Yajnam, as a sacrifice. When it is done as a sacrifice, keeping the mind, the intellect fixed on Bhagavan, not thinking about the result of the actions. Stay away from the result of actions. Then what will happen? Then slowly, very slowly, the urge to do this karma or the doership, that I am doing notion, that will slowly and steadily, it will be flushed out of the system. Very slowly, it will be flushed out of the system. And when someone is doing all his karma as a Bhagavad Arpanam, then Bhagavan says that his or her yoga kshemam, I will take care of the yoga kshemam. So for that, two conditions are to be satisfied. One is Ananya Chintanam Ananyas Chintayanto Mam Ye Janaha Paryupasate. Who is doing all their actions as a Bhagavat Puja? All actions. Okay. So there are no personal desires there. There are no personal material benefits I want to have, because I have absolutely no desire for any of the objects of this world, because I know it very clearly that the objects of this world is not going to give me happiness. The happiness is inherent, it is inbuilt in me. So I am truly Satchidananda Swarupam. So I don't need any of the objects from the outside. Knowing this very clearly and seeing, smelling, tasting everything as Bhagavan itself, those who are doing the karma as offering to God and keeping the mind or the intellect away from the anxiety. Okay, keeping the mind in equanimity of the mind, keeping the mind in yoga, in equanimity, calm, that persons I will take care of their yoga and kshema. I will take care of their yoga kshemam. See, yoga kshemam, you can take it as two types of yoga. Laukika yogam. Laukika yoga kshemam. That is whatever is the basic necessity, right? Food, water, and shelter and clothes, roti kapda makan, the basic things, definitely Bhagavan says, I will take care of those who are not anxious about the result, but doing all their karma as a Bhagavat Puja. As a promise, I will take care of it. And in the Laukika Yoga Kshemam, this is the one. In spirituality, what do you mean by yoga? Means Samatvam Yoga Uchyate, right? The equanimity of the mind is the yogam. That is, Bhagavan promises that one who tries to keep their mind in Shanti, keeping their mind, not torturing themselves, not torturing their mind with the anxiety of the result of these actions, one who tries to keep their mind in yogam, in the equanimity, in calmness, in Shanti, and that Shanti is Bhagavan, right? That Shanti, the calmness of the mind, or that equanimity of the mind is God, right? That consciousness is God, and the nature of consciousness is Shanti, and one who tries to keep that, Bhagavan says that I will make sure that they have this kshemam of this yogam. So whatever the yogam, I will make sure that I will take care of their kshemam. That means the Shanti will never go away, right? The Shanti will never go away. That is the promise in the yoga kshemam of the spirituality. So Bhagavan says, I will take care of the yoga kshemam in both Laukika. That is justifiable, It's not that you will get this and that, everything we will get. But when one is performing their swadharma as an offering to God, as an offering to everything around us is as God, I will take care of their yoga and kshemam. I will take care of their yoga kshemam. See, this is quite evident in many people's lives also, right? Many of the people. There is like if you take the life of Swami Vivekananda, there are many incidents. One incident which I remember is that once Swami Vivekananda was, before he became very famous Swami, he was traveling in a train in the northern part of India. So he was sitting in the compartment, and actually for past 2 days he had not had any food also. He hadn't had food, and a businessman, a rich person was sitting just opposite to him. So this person saw that this boy, young guy, he is Swami, and he can see very clearly that he is tired, and then he hadn't had any food and all. He knows that, and then he knew that this is a Swami who is doing nothing, no work at all, and then he started making fun of Swami Vivekananda and said that you guys are not doing any work, you are not earning anything for yourself, and you are begging for food outside, this and that. He made a lot of fun, and in front of him only, he was taking his food and then eating his food without offering any food to Swami. But Swami Vivekananda just kept quiet, did not say nothing, he didn't say anything. And after a few hours, both of them reached the station where they have to get down. Both of them got down. As soon as Swamiji put his foot on the platform, a man came running. A person came running towards him and then said, Swamiji, I have brought food for you. Please come, I will serve you the food immediately. And he took Swamiji by hand and then pulled him away from the platform and then put a clean cloth and a leaf, etc. for eating. Then Swamiji said, you are mistaken. My friend, you are mistaken. I don't know you. I don't know you. I have never seen you. And you also don't know me. I think you are mistaken for somebody else. Then he said, no, Swami, I am very clear. I have seen you. Then he said, how come you have seen me? Then he said, yes, I am a sweet vendor. I sell sweets, and in the afternoon I was taking a nap. In my nap, my guru came to me in the dream and told me that you go to the railway station immediately, right now. You go, there is a Swamiji who hadn't had food for last 2 days. Please serve him food now, right now. Then suddenly this man woke up from his dream, and then he thought that, oh, this is a dream. Oh, there is no reality in it. And he went back to sleep again. Again he came and then said, I told you, you go. Now, right now you go with food and all that. This time he was sure that this is no dream, this is real. Immediately he packed food and then he came rushing towards the railway station, and there in front of him, the Swamiji was there getting down from the train, and then he took him aside and then he served him food. Seeing this, the businessman fell at his feet only, and then he said, please pardon me, I made a big mistake. And Swami Vivekananda told him, never ever make fun of sadhus. Never ever make fun of sadhus, because you may have your prarabdha, you have your own duty to perform, you do your work, that is perfectly alright, but don't make fun of sadhus, because sadhus' life mission is totally different from yours. The sadhu's life mission is realize Bhagavan, realize God, and that is the only mission of a sadhu. Never ever make fun of him. So like that, there are many stories of Swami Ramatirtha was another great saint who had a lot of experiences. Swami Tapovan Maharaj has in his book Ishvara Darshanam is a beautiful book which he has written. If you read that book, he had explained many of the incidents that has happened as a wandering monk. Whatever happened to Swami Tapovan Maharaj, then Swami Ramdas of Kanjangad Ashram, Ananda Ashram in Kerala, he had written a book In Search of God. If you read that book, there are also many incidents. So like that, every one of us have had a lot of incidents in our lives where the divine intervention was there. But only thing is, sometimes we don't recognize it. We fail to recognize that. Right? I have had a very incident which had happened many years before, 20, 25, 30 years before. I had actually traveled to Palani, a place in south of Kerala, south of India, in Tamil Nadu. It's the deity is Muruga. Muruga is the deity, Kartikeya, on top of a hill. So I had gone there just as a normal visiting a temple, and on my way back, somebody pickpocketed. I did not have, all my money is gone. There was absolutely nothing. And then actually I had kept my slippers, in the below the one shop was there. So I had kept my slippers. So I went and I was retrieving my slippers. So he asked me, how darshan and all fine? I said, yeah, everything is fine, but all my money is gone. And I was just laughing. Then you won't believe, within 10 minutes, he collected money from nearby shops, and then he gave me the money. He gave me the money to travel back to my home, as well as the money for food. I took down his address and name, etc. later. But the point is, the divine intervention is there. Bhagavan will in many various forms, they come in front of us and they help us. If we all look back in our lives, we can see many such incidents in our lives. But we fail to recognize the divinity. We fail to recognize the Bhagavan is there playing with us. Bhagavan is the one who is really helping in through the various manifestations. Let it be, it can be in the form of a human being, it can be in the form of some sort of a weather, or it can be in some other form. We will never know it. Bhagavan is there everywhere, and if we do this, Ananyas Chintayanto Mam, when we realize that there is no point in holding on to this I-ness that I can make things all right, then once the moment we release it, definitely there will be help coming from Bhagavan in various forms, basic things only. Okay, basic, whatever we deserve, that we will definitely get. That is what the promise by Bhagavan, Yoga Kshemam Vahamyaham Ananyas Chintayanto Mam Ye Janaha Paryupasate Tesham Nityabhiyuktanam Yoga Kshemam Vahamyaham. Right? So these 2 points we should not forget. That is Ananyas Chintayanto Mam. Ananya Chintana. No other thought, not really worried about the result of the actions. Do your actions to the best of your ability. Do it to the best of the ability. Not worried about the result. Leave it to Bhagavan. Leave it to God. Keep the mind focused, only fixed on Bhagavan itself. Do all the karma as a karma yogam. Then when it is done, this Paryupasanam and Ananya Chintanam, then Bhagavan has promised that Yoga Kshemam Vahamyaham. I will take care of the welfare of those who are who have this Vyavasayatmika Buddhi. Right? The one-pointedness. Only God alone is there. That thought, when one who keeps, their Yoga Kshemam will be taken care of. We'll move to the next verse, 23. येऽप्यन्यदेवता भक्ताः यजन्ते श्रद्धयान्विताः तेऽपि मामेव कौन्तेय यजन्त्यविधिपूर्वकम्. One more time. येऽप्यन्यदेवता भक्ताः यजन्ते श्रद्धयान्विताः तेऽपि मामेव कौन्तेय यजन्त्यविधिपूर्वकम्. Hey Kaunteya, ye api bhaktaha. Those devotees, O Arjuna, those devotees, Shraddhaya Anvitaha. Those who have this total conviction, Drida Vishwasam, Anya Devataha Yajanti. They worship other Deva or Devatas like Agni, Indra, Varuna, etc. Okay. So the waters, the Jala Devata. So those who worship other Anya Devataha, te api, they also Avidipurvakam. Avidipurvakam means not as prescribed or not in the correct way or improper way. Okay, te api mameva yajanti. They are actually worshipping me only. O Arjuna, Mam eva yajanti. O Arjuna, even those who worship other deities like Agni or various other devatas, any devatas we can take, any devatas, let it be Kali or Krishna or Rama or any devatas for that matter, when people worship other devas or devatas, any devata you take, they are actually worshipping me only. Mam eva yajanti. Even those who worship other deities with lot of faith, they actually worship me alone. They are actually worshipping me only, Paramatma only. Because Paramatma is the one who manifests as all devatas. All devas and devatas etc. are manifestation of the same divinity. It is the same Chaitanyam. It is the same Brahman, Paramatma. It is the same consciousness. Can you imagine any Devata without consciousness? There cannot be any Devata without consciousness blessing others, right? So it is the consciousness which is there in all Devas and Devatas, and whenever people worship the Devatas with lot of faith, they are actually worshipping me. Then why Bhagavan said Avidhi Purvakam? Avidhi Purvakam is, I will explain. What is Vidhi Purvakam? Vidhi Purvakam is, there is only one Bhagavan alone here. Only consciousness alone is there. Vastu, there is only one. Paramatma Vastu, there is only one only. But not knowing this, people worship various Devatas for their material benefits. For petty things, small things, people worship on these Devatas to get a good marks in the examination, or a good job, or a marriage, or a child, or various things, have a good, very beautiful house I must have, or I should buy a car, or various things people have in their mind. They worship the Devatas for their personal benefits. This is Avidhi Purvakam. So, not realizing that these objects of this world will not give any permanent happiness. It will give happiness, but temporary only. Okay, little for some time we will feel happy, and then after that again it goes back to square one. Again unhappiness settles in, and the next karma starts, and then we will do the next karma with lot of difficulty and struggle to obtain that material, right? So people are so ignorant about the Atma, about the Brahman, about the consciousness. I have no idea only. Without having any knowledge about Atma and Paramatma, they worship Anya Devata without even realizing that these Anya Devatas are also me alone. Bhagavan here promises that, Bhagavan says here, whenever people do offerings to other deities, they are doing offering to me only, right? But Avidhi Purvakam, okay, Avidhi Purvakam, they do this. So because of that, what will happen? They will definitely get, people will get benefits out of it. Okay, the way you worship, the way we worship other Devatas, with what intensity we are doing that, we will definitely be benefited, but that will be temporary, and once that is over, the happiness goes, and naturally unhappiness will settle in, right? So, what is that? Avidhi Purvakam should not have. They have absolutely no idea about Advaitam, no idea about the non-dual nature of Bhagavan, no idea of non-dual nature of Bhagavan, no idea that everything is God alone here, and Aham Brahmasmi, I am also the same Swarupam, I am that Satchidananda Tattvamasi, you are also that, the same Paramatma is what is being there in yourself as well as in me, and all the objects of this world, all that the manifestations are of the same God alone. Not knowing this fact, people worship various Devatas, thinking that they will shower blessings with material benefits, right, on this world or for the other world. Other world means I don't want anything here, but I want to be happy in the other world. After I die, I must go to Swargam, I must go to Pitralogam, where I will enjoy with these Devas, and that is the ultimate goal in life. This is the wrong understanding. That is Avidhi Purvakam. So when people do this Avidhi Purvakam, when they do offering or when they perform all their actions, etc., and offer this to the Anya Devatas, that is Avidhi Purvakam. And even when they do, they are actually worshipping me alone. So what do we understand from this? We understand that it is the Bhagavan's manifestation. All Devatas are Bhagavan manifestations only. There is nothing other than the consciousness. Only consciousness is the only truth It is the only reality here. Even when we do perform all other rituals towards the other deities, for petty small things, we will definitely get it, but it will be temporary. It is better to know that all the manifestations are of the same divinity. Paramatma alone is there. So that is the message here. And what is the goal? The goal is Brahma Prapti. Realize this truth, Brahma Prapti. And the Margam is Karma Yoga. All actions are to be performed as an offering to Bhagavan. Ishvara Puja, Brahmarpanam, Ishwararpanam. When we perform all this, definitely we will merge with Bhagavan. Swargam, all the Pitralogam, etc. All the other benefits that we want to have in this desires to obtain things in this world is not the Vidhi Purvakam. It is all Avidhi Purvakam. Okay? Know that the only goal in life is Brahma Prapti. Bhagavat Prapti is our only goal in life. One who realizes this, then we'll continue next verse. 9:24. Aham hi sarva yajnanam bhukta cha prabhureva cha natu mam abhijananti tatvena atascha vantite. Aham hi sarva yajnanam bhukta cha prabhureva cha natu mam abhijananti tatvena tasya vantite. Tatvena na tu mam abhijananti. What Bhagavan says, Krishna says, Sarva Yajnanam, all worships, Sarva Yajnam, all sacrifices, all upasanas, all yaga, yajna, even including breathing. We discussed about what all sorts of various yajnas, etc. in the previous chapters, right? Dravya yajnam, then prana yajnam, all that we have discussed. So all those yajnas means all the actions that we perform when it is done as a yajnam, sarva yajnanam bhoktaja. That who is the enjoyer of all these yajnams? Ahameva. Aham. I am the one who is enjoying everything. Okay. Aham hi sarva yajnanam bhoktaja. Then prabhurevacha. I am the one who is the giver, who gives phaladada. I am the Lord as well as I am the bhokta also. So that means when people do the karmas with the kartrutvam, and when people enjoy, and Bhagavan says that I am the one who is enjoying all that. Right? Without consciousness, is it possible to enjoy anything here? Can we see something if there is no consciousness? Without consciousness, seeing is not possible. Without consciousness, tasting is not possible. Without consciousness, hearing is not possible. So all the enjoyments that is happening, all the bhokta, right? Sarva yajnanam bhokta ahameva means I am the only one who is enjoying everything. You are not there at all. Right? It is a wrong understanding that you are doing things, you are enjoying things. No, I am alone. I am the only one who is the Prabhu. I am the Lord here. I am the Bhokta also. So, what do we understand from this? We understand that everything is Brahman alone. Sarvam Brahmamayam. Everything is consciousness alone. Bhagavan alone is here. I am not doing anything. I am not enjoying anything. Everything is being Phaladada also is me only. In the form of Phalada, in the form of Phalam also is me only. Okay? In the Phalam also is me. So what is the clear goal here? Paramatma Prapti. That is the only goal here. Right? And the path is Karma Yogam. All the karma to be performed as a yogam. What do you mean by karma yogam? Performing all the actions for the benefit of others. I don't want anything here. as this is all the actions are done as a offering to God, and I don't want anything. I am Satchidananda. My true nature is happiness. My true nature is Anandam. My true nature is calmness. Shanti is my true nature, which I experience every day in my deep sleep without this body and mind. I am in bliss, right? I am in Ananda. I don't need this body. I don't need this mind. I don't need anything connected with the body or mind. I have no identification with anything that is connected with the body or mind. And I am not a matter. I am that consciousness which never born, which will never die, which is never born. I realize myself as that Atma, as that consciousness. With that understanding, when I perform all the actions for the benefit of others, that will bring the mind to equanimity, if not in equanimity. If the mind is disturbed, it will bring the mind to the calmness. The mind will come to Shanti by performing all the karma without getting attached to the result of the karma. As a karma yogam, the mind will come to equanimity, and that is the clear goal, right? That is the goal of every human being. So aham hi sarva yajnanam bhoktaja prabhurevacha. So when Krishna says I am the bhokta, I am the Prabhu, Krishna talks as Parabrahmam here. Krishna talks as Paramatma. Natu mam abhijananti. Who? They do not know my essence. Whoever don't understand that I am the Sarvavyapi, I am the Sarvajnaha, I am the all-pervading God. One who doesn't understand Tattvena, this is the Tattvam. One who does not understand this Tattvam, or one who does not understand me as Tattvam, right? Te ataha, because of this reason, because of this ignorance, te chyavanti, they fall back. What do you mean by fall back? They will come back to this cycle of birth and death. That means sukham and dukkham. That's all. Nothing else. Instead of a very calm and peaceful mind, this mind will be all the time either jumps up and down, right? Jumps with joy. Like when we get something, we will be jumping with joy, and then immediately after some time we lose, there will be some loss, we feel the loss, and then we will be unhappy. This goes on, and the cycle continues to the next Janma also. That is the Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam, Punarapi Janani Jadhare Shayanam. This cycle continues. That is falling back. So again, one more time when we read this, we will understand. Aham hi sarva yajnanam bhoktaja prabhurevacha. One who does not realize that I am the one who is enjoying, I am the one who is the phaladata also. That means I am everything. What Krishna says is I am everything. So when Krishna says everything, he is talking as Brahman. He is a Yogeshwara. Krishna is a Yogeshwara. He knows his true nature as Parabrahman, and we also want to know the same way. Every one of us must understand this Tattvam. Okay, this Tattvam. Tattvena. Tattvam means this. Know Krishna as Parabrahman. Know all other Devatas as Parabrahman. Know all the manifestations of this world as Paramatma alone. So there is no doer, there is no enjoyer, or if at all any enjoyership is there, or any phaladada is there, is ahameva. I am the only one, right? So there is nothing other than God here. Sarvam Brahmamayam. One who does not realize this way, natu mam abhijananti tattvena ataha, because of this te chyavanti. They fall back to this samsara of sukham and dukkham, and the cycle continues to the next janma also. This is the falling back. There is no other falling back, right? There is no other falling back. So, my goal in life is realize tattva, realize self. Other than that, there is no other goal, there are no desires at all. But this cannot happen overnight, right? It will not happen overnight. Even when we understand this intellectually, but the ananda I am not experiencing. People think that the ananda I am not, it is only because of the layer of this vasana is there. The layer of this likes and dislikes are so strong, which covers this ananda, because of which we are not experiencing this ananda. So how to get rid of it? Shanai shanai ruparamet. Slowly, very slowly. Shanai shanai ruparamet buddhya dhriti grihitaya atma samstham manah kritva na kinchitapi chintayet. Keep the mind always established in Atma samstham manah kritva na kinchitapi chintayet. Don't think about this and that, about the result of it, what will happen, what will not happen, whether I will lose money, whether I will gain money, whether my son will become this or my daughter will become that. All that thoughts you leave aside and do your karma as a yogam, and by performing all your actions as an offering to God, and it is done, that is keeping the mind in Atma samstham manah kritva shanai shanai ruparamed. Very slowly we renounce internally. We renounce internally everything, right? Money, property, name and fame, relations, etc. We renounce it. Means not getting attached to it. It is not renouncing love. Okay, don't get confused. Unconditional love is the result of such renunciation. Unconditional love will be the result of such renunciation. What we are renouncing is attachment. That is a reciprocative love. That if I love you, if I give you something, I expect something from the other. Right? That is attachment. That is what we are renouncing. We are renouncing because already we know from our own experiences that these objects have not given a permanent happiness. It has given more trouble rather than more happiness. Momentary happiness, but maximum dukkham only. Right? Knowing this very clearly, I understand that these things are not important in my life. My important goal in life is Paramatma Prapti only. Bhagavat Prapti is my only goal in life. One who is in this path, they don't chevanti, they don't fall back. He knows, or that person knows that aham hi sarva yajnanam bhokta ja prabhurevacha. Bhagavan alone is the bhokta. Bhagavan alone is the phaladata. Natumam abhijananti tatvena chevanti te. Okay, so any Ishtadevata Upasana, we discussed this, is nothing wrong in it. Okay, any Ishtadevata Prarthana, Upasana, Puja, all that is 100% or perfectly alright. But know that the same Ishtadevata is there in everything, right? Every human being, every animals, everywhere, plants, the sun, the moon, everything you see as the same Krishna or Rama or Kartik or any deity or Kali or Devi, you see the same deity, the same Ishtadevata in all forms, When we see that, that is also same. There is no difference between these two. You can have Saguna Brahmopasana, you can have Nirguna Brahmopasana, everything is fine. But know that it is the same Chaitanyam which is there in all manifestations. Okay, so Ishtadevata Upasana is perfectly alright. But if there is no Vastu Bodham, what is that Vastu Bodham? That all of this is being pervaded by the same Vastu, that is Tattvam. If that is not known, if there is the notion of other, right? If there is a notion of the other, they chevanti, they fall back. Okay, so they fall back to the samsaram again. Again go back into the cycle of birth and death. So 925 will move. Yanti devavrata devan Pitrun yanti pitrvrataha bhutani yanti bhutejya yanti madhyajinopi mam yanti devavrata devan pitrun yanti pitrvrataha bhutani yanti bhutejya yanti madhyajinopi mam. What Bhagavan says here? Devavrataha. Devavrataha means those who worship devas. Those who are worshipping devas through yagam, yajnam, sacrifices and many sorts of rituals people do. Those who are worshipping devas through these rituals, devan yanti, they are getting blessings. They get blessed by those devas. Pitravrataha, those who worship Pitra. Pitra means our forefathers, four mothers, all of them. Then how do we offer our respect to them? By doing a lot of rituals we do, like Shraddha Karma. Then the Tarpanam is there. People do Tarpana. Then people do many rituals are there, right? To worship our Pitras, forefathers. So when they are alive, we look after them well to the best of our ability. And once they pass away, once they die, when they go to when they are in the Pitralokam, etc., we still worship them, the Pitras. Then Pitran Yanti, they get blessings from the Pitras also. From them, the forefathers, we get blessings. Pitran Yanti. Bhutejyaha. There are other sorts of worships, right? Those who worship Prithvi, Agni, Akasham, space, right? People do worships to this Jalam, water bodies. So when we do all other yajnas or rituals or worships towards these devas, devatas, these Bhutani, then Bhutani Yanti, we get blessings from them, all of them. We get blessings from them also. Then Madhyajinaha, but those who worship me. Madhyajinaha means those who are worshipping me as Paramatma with Ananya Bhavam, right? Without the notion of other. God alone is there. One who performs all their actions as an offering or as a yajnam, as a sacrifice. Mam apiyanti, they get blessed by me. That means, in other words, they merge in me. So this is what Bhagavan says, that those who are doing rituals and other things towards the devas, they get blessed from those devas. Okay, so whatever you ask for, it depends on the desire, how intense the desire is. Accordingly, the actions will be performed, and accordingly, through the karma phalam will be given by those devas, and definitely there will be blessing from them. And the same way, Pitras, when we do offerings to Shraddha and other rituals, when we get blessed from them also. And similarly, other Bhutani, Prithvi, Vayu, suppose even the Jada Vastus also people do worships, right? People worship money, people worship property. So with a lot of desire towards that is the worship, right? What do you want to acquire? That is the worship. You want to acquire Bhagavan, it is same in the case of Bhagavan also. You want to merge with Bhagavan, with that intensity, when you perform all your actions, all the karmas, all your actions as a yajnam, as an offering to God, definitely we will merge with Bhagavan. There is no doubt about it. So when people perform actions or rituals, etc., with a lot of intensity to acquire money, definitely they will be blessed by the money. But it is a Jada Vastu. It will have no value only. Along with that, the Sukham, along with the Sukham, buy one get one free, Dukkham will also be there. And those who perform yagas and yajnas and for pleasing the devas to go to the other world, to Swargam, etc., definitely the the yagas and yajna as prescribed in the scriptures, when they do perform all these yagas yajna by offering a lot of dhanam and gift to the others with a notion of having wanting to go to the Swargam and stay with the Devas, definitely they will be blessed. And similarly, Bhagavan says, Madhyajinaha, those who are worshipping me as Paramatma with Ananya Bhavam, Ananyas Chindayam Tomam, Ye Janah Paryupasade, Teshan Nityabhayuktanam, Yogakshemam Vahameham. I will take care of their yogam, I will take care of their equanimity of the mind. I will make sure that they are at peace at all times. So, Madhyajinaha, those who worship me as Paramatma, Maam apiyanti, they get blessed by me. Or in other words, they merge in me. There is no more life, there is no more death, because we realize that my true nature is Brahman, Aham Brahmasmi. See, the thought Aham Brahmasmi all the time, right? What is it for? It is to get rid of this Aham. Okay? The Aham Brahmasmi, I am Brahman. So, by performing all actions as Aham Brahmasmi and Tattvamasi, I am Atma Brahma, Prajnanam Brahma, these Mahavakyas, when we do all our actions, why we do that? It is to get rid of the notion of Aham. There is no more Aham, only Brahman alone is there. Okay, so to get rid of this Ahanta, we are chanting Aham Brahmasmi, or we are performing actions as Karma Yoga, right? So Aham Brahmasmi, just get rid of this Aham. Not that to stay with Aham Brahmasmi all the time. Aham must go away. Ahankaram must go away. That Aham Karta, Aham Bhokta must go away from the system. So to flush out this, we are performing all actions because there is a karma vasana in us. Okay, that is why we are embodied here. So without doing karma, nothing can move here. People will have to do karma, but that karma to be done in the Vidhi Purvakam, not the Avidhi Purvakam, as we explained. It should be done as a yajnam, as a sacrifice. When it is done, then that will lead to Parama Shanti, that will lead to moksham, and that is what is we mean by moksham, or merge with Bhagavan, or attain Paramatma. One more time we'll read. Yanti devavrata devan pitrun yanti pitravrataha bhutani yanti bhutejya yanti madhyajinopi mam. Okay, so with this we will conclude today's discussion. We'll continue next week from 26th. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati tadaham bhakti upahritam asnati prayatatmanaha snami prayatatmanaha. We'll discuss in our next class. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Hari Om Datsat Brahmarpanamastu.